Welcome back, everybody. I'm 25 and invested, and we are back for an actual update. It's been a while. It has been quite a while, and we're going to start with the dividends, and then we're going to go to my wife's account, then we're going to go to my account. And for starters, dividends has been arguably pretty bad. You could see here that we are still making a normal amount in our Scotia savings account, although quite a lot less. And you'll also notice that this month, January, and then you could see the on the left there, that is last year, which is the darker orange on the left. We made $10 less than last year this month, or for the month of January. Now that is kind of par for the course, because we are also significantly less, almost a third for the month of February. I believe that's from dividend cuts. We've seen dividend cuts from Algonquin Power. We've seen them from NEWT. We've seen them from a lot of places. I stopped investing in the cash account. I used to hold cash in both the Tfsa and the First Home Savings last year, but as all that cash has been added into Xeqt, I no longer have the dividend income, which is completely okay. Just so you know, that was part of the plan. For the month of March, though, we blew it out of the water. We are double what we were last year. Last year, we had $225 for the month of March. This year, we had $447. So, yeah, quite a lot. As you could see, the dividend from Xeqt is quite substantial. However, it really does boil down to, am I going to see over $3,000 by the end of the year? Last year, I made $3,039. So this year, we expect some pretty good things. For the month of April, though, again, lower than last year's month of April. I also have noticed that Xeqt's dividends are coming down. So, as stock prices fall, the yield isn't necessarily going up. A lot of the stocks that are having bigger issues with prices are cutting dividends. And, you don't necessarily see that as a one big cut if you're holding one company. But when you hold ETFs, if a lot of them cut their dividend by a bit, then you do start to see it. So that's just the dividends. That's all the dividends up until April. You can see, on the right, we had a really big month of March. We had lots of companies paying dividends. A lot of the bigger holdings all were paying dividends together. And, we had 4 stocks paying on February. So, it is a game of up and downs, but that's what it is. Moving on to my wife's account. We're going to close those. That's me. Moving on to my wife's account. She is at $61,000, which is we have been adding to her account. So we did add since my last video. We've added, I think, $5,000 or $6,000 to her account. A little bit less. I am going through a bit of a job change right now, so that's what it is. My company that I was with has slowed down drastically. I need to, it is what it is. I need to find more stable work. I know that. I like working, so I need to go to the place that pays, or the place that has hours. I'm not taking a pay cut by moving, but I'm not exactly jumping up my income by a significant margin. It really just boils down to I need hours. And yeah, times are tough. times are tough. And if you want to save, you got to move. So we're gonna be done with my wife's account. Again, on the left here is her total performance. Her First Home Savings is still down. That is the newest account that we have. And her Tfsa is still up, which is going to be maxed out in the upcoming months. I believe 2 months until we're maxed out on all of our registered accounts, which kind of blows, because now I need to figure out how to maximize either non-registered, or I'm going to have to start moving to an RRSP. So I'm, yeah, got to figure out some stuff. It was nice while it lasted, but ultimately, if you're saving a lot of money, then you can't do things the same way. Moving on to my account. Let's just make sure that this happens. Perfect. My account started, we're going to go to the monthly. My account started the month with 24,000. It has ended the month with 132,000. This month has been very big, $8,243 or 6.64%. It has been a big month. As you can see, the non-registered actually had the biggest difference. The non-registered had a crazy month, but we're going to start with my Tfsa. And my Tfsa all time is up just shy of 40%, so $32,400. I have added to this account $82,000 and it is at $114,000. It has been doing pretty well. I don't have any cash. I have 43 cents on the side, and I do not have stock lending on this account. I don't like it. I think you're taking a lot of risk for basically nothing, which I mean, yeah. We're going to go to the monthly. This is 6.5%. And I'm just going to cross-reference this real quick with Xeqt. And this month, Xeqt is up 7.4. So we did not beat Xeqt by 1% this month. Damn. That's how it is. I'm going to go slowly through all the stocks that I have here so you guys could take a look. Not that much. We did contribute and maximize this entire account. $7,000 were contributed this year, so I can't add any more money, which makes averaging down a little hard. I am still debating on cutting a few positions in this account. I just don't know if they're going to be stock losers or not. My best performing stock is still Meta. Google has been hit pretty hard as a big position in my account. I don't know if I'd double down at these prices. Maybe I would if I had money a little lower, but I don't, and that goes against what I'm trying to do here, which is put everything into Xeqt for a little while. We want to get that 85-15% split. Xeqt has been the core of my portfolio for a few years now, and I will make it and maintain it as the core of my portfolio for the next 30 years. So my time horizon is very long. And as you can see, and also my wife's account is entirely Xeqt. This account has 40,000, all in Xeqt. Moving on to, we're going to go to my first home savings account because this is the boring account. It really is. I do have $1 on my crypto account. I'm making tutorials. Don't worry. I'll explain that later. I am up on my first home savings account. I did add 16,000. It is at 16,900. So I'm up 7%. Just this month, it is up 7.46%, or basically just Xeqt because it is all Xeqt. But the Xeqt in this account is only up 4%. There's a caveat there. It hasn't been Xeqt the whole time. And now my non-registered account, which I love having a bunch of different accounts. I know that's a lot to manage, but it still is very, very fun. This account is up 8.52%. Not a lot. I mean, $80. This isn't a large amount of money yet, but it will be slowly growing. It is $50 a month that I'll be putting in here. And, buying from the acquires multiple stock list is just a algorithmic style of investing. It's very cold. Every 3 months, I recalibrate it. Basically, every time I get paid by Xeqt, I know that that's the time I got to recalibrate my holdings. As you can see in here, we do have quite a few big blatant losers. I'm not going to mess with size here. Sorry, it's a little bit of a mess. But Equinor and BK, up, down, 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 up, up. It isn't all held together by Xeqt, but Xeqt's been in this account for a while. And a lot of these stocks that are down 100% were from the debacle that used to be the penny stock account. However, that's not to say that I'm not going to get very turbulent returns in this account, even though I am investing with a formula. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to capture a huge amount of volatility in the process. But with good plans, if you stay the course long enough, they become great plans. But you got to stay around long enough to do it. And currently, Currently, it's too young to know. That's it. That's the whole account. We've added money. It's $194,000. Not a lot to say for the rest of it. I'm still holding. I'm still adding money, just not as much as I'd like. And not hitting those targets is frustrating, especially when you spend so long making sure that you have feasible targets to hit, and then you start hitting them and you always want a little more and a little more. So right now I'm not getting that little more. We are hitting our targets. It's not going above and beyond, which is what I'm used to. What I expect is to go above and beyond. So I'm making a move at work. A move for the better, hopefully, even if it's not exactly a long-term move. And yeah, that's it. Got to keep on keeping on. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give me a thumbs up, hit the like button. If you guys want to learn how to trade stocks or learn how to invest in Wealthsimple, I'll put my link in the description there so that you guys can get started. A little code so that I get $25, you get $25, and you can start investing and start securing a future. I'll see you next time.